Happy Friday, everybody. This is your boy X-Man 1991 coming to you back again with another video. Signing on. January is here. It's a brand new year. So we are doing another anniversary rant on January 9th, just like we did last year. Last year on this day, we celebrated 30 years of the Big Comfy Couch making its debut here in the United States on PBS. We celebrated 25 years of Malcolm in the Middle premiering on Fox and 20 years of Zoe 101 premiering on Nickelodeon. Now this January 9th anniversary rant is going to be different. We got one hip-hop album turning 30 years old, one sitcom turning 30, and one adult cartoon turning 15. So we're going to talk about this album turning 30. January 9th, 1996, Kris Kross released their third and final album, Young, Rich, and Dangerous, under Rough House Records, Columbia Records, and Jermaine Dupri's So Def Records. This album hit number 15 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the top R&B/hip-hop albums chart and was certified gold. Despite that, the album did receive positive reviews. It was the duo's least successful album. It would also be the duo's final album released during Chris Kelly's lifetime, but until his death in 2013. Chris "Mac Daddy" Kelly was 17 going on 18 when this album came out. Now 30 years later, he would have been 47 going on 48. Soon-to-be birthday boy Chris "Daddy" Mac Smith was 16. Then the next day he turned 17. And now 30 years later, he'll be 47 tomorrow. That's really funny how this album came out the day before Chris "Daddy" Mac Smith's birthday. Wow. He was 16 when the album came out. Then the next day he turned 17. Now 30 years later, he's 46, and tomorrow he'll be 47. We have guest appearances from, of course, JD himself, The Brat, Aaliyah, Mr. Black, Big Rube, Dream Hampton, and Trey Lawrence. Those were the guest appearances on the album. Yeah, this is one of the best albums to be released in 1996. And it was the duo's last album before they broke up. But despite them breaking up in like the late 90s, they still considered to be friends until Chris Kelly passed away in 2013. They were only 16 and 17 when this album came out. Their first album, Totally Crossed Out, came out when they were 11 and 12 years old. Wait, am I correct? Yeah, they were like 11 and 12 years old when their first album came out. They were 12 and 13 when they released their second album. In their third and final album, they were 16 and 17. But congrats to Kris Kross. Shout out to Chris "Daddy" Mac Smith. Happy early birthday. And rest in peace to Chris "Mac Daddy" Kelly. I'm glad JD did the So Def 20th anniversary months before Chris Kelly passed. Because I got done, because I was watching their last performance at work when I was on my break. Who never knew that would be the last time Kris Kross would perform on stage together? It hits different watching that last performance, noticing that Chris Kelly is not here anymore. That's just sad, man. It's really sad. I'm glad JD did that So Def 20th anniversary before Chris Kelly passed. Hold on, I'll be right back. All right, everybody, I'm back. Now, today has been 30 years since Third Rock from the Sun premiered on NBC. It was created by Terry Turner and his wife, Bonnie Turner. This show right here is one of my favorite sitcoms of the 1990s. This show lasted for 6 seasons and 139 episodes. From January 9th, 1996 to May 22nd, 2001. So it's been 30 years since the show premiered, and this year will be 25 years since it ended. Just like the Jamie Foxx show, this Wednesday will be 25 years since Jamie Foxx ended, and this August will be 30 years since it premiered. This was the show that introduced me to John Lithgow, who played Dick Solomon. It's pretty much about 4 siblings who are on an expedition to Earth, the third planet from the sun, which they consider to be a very specific, insignificant planet. And these siblings pose as a human family to observe the behavior of human beings. Like I said, this show introduced me to John Lithgow, who played Dick Solomon. Christine Johnston played Sally Solomon. French Stewart played Harry Solomon. Joseph Gordon-Levitt played Tommy Solomon. This is definitely a great show right here. I'm not sure if the show is on Netflix or something. It was on Netflix, but it did get removed from Netflix. I'm not sure where you could stream this show, unless you could find full episodes on YouTube. I haven't seen Third Rock from the Sun in a long ass time, and this show will be on my list of my top 20 TV shows from 1996. Yeah, I'm not sure where you can stream this show. But yeah, this show is a classic. It's one of my favorite sitcoms of the 90s. I haven't seen this show in years. Now, the last thing I'm going to talk about on this January 9th anniversary rant. Excuse me. Today has been 15 years since Bob's Burgers premiered on Fox. This was about the Belcher family, parents Bob and Linda, and their 3 children, Tina, Jean, and Louise. And they run a burger restaurant called Bob's Burgers. The show has been on the air since January 9, 2011. The show is currently in its 16th season and it has over 300 episodes. A year after the 10th anniversary, the show came out with a movie, which I still need to see. If you've seen the Bob's Burgers movie, please do not spoil it for me because I want to see this movie. But I heard the movie is good, but still, I want to see it myself. So please don't spoil the shit for me if you have seen the movie already. And also, I didn't think that Bob's Burgers would last 10 years, but I pretty much underestimated the show thinking that it was not going to last long. And guess what? It is here 15 years later and is here to stay. I'm actually glad that Bob's Burgers is still going strong over 10 years. 5 more years and the show will be 2 decades old, but until then, it's 15 years old. So they should definitely keep this show going because I'm actually surprised that the show is still going strong 15 years later. I didn't think it was going to last long, but I underestimated it. And so that wraps up my January 9th anniversary rant celebrating 30 years of Kris Kross' third and final album, Young, Rich, and Dangerous, Third Rock from the Sun premiered on NBC, and Bob's Burgers 15 years premiering on Fox. Like, comment, share, subscribe, hit the notification bell for my next anniversary rants. If I have time, I might come on and reveal my top 20 Fox shows from the 90s. If not, then I'll do it tomorrow. Happy 30th anniversary to Kris Kross, Young, Rich, and Dangerous, Third Rock from the Sun, and happy 15th anniversary to Bob's Burgers. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes. No more talk.